Hello and welcome everyone to the December 12th episode of This Week in Kirkland, the official podcast of the city of Kirkland, bringing you timely topics and noteworthy news delivered to you every week. I'm your host, Jim Lopez, one of two deputy city managers here at the city, joined today, as always, by two members of our podcast team.
Kate Ryan.
And David Woolbrecht.
As well as our special guest, Officer Paul Arnold.
All right, thank you for having me.
Well, welcome. We're going to have a lot of fun today.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I can't promise that I don't have football questions, Paul. I can't promise that because Paul is a former decorated.
Yeah.
He's a decorated
collegiate football star.
Mm-hmm. UW.
Indeed.
Go Dogs.
There you go, Dogs. All right, we're going to talk about that. And we're excited also to hear all about coffee with a cop and gun safety, police stuff. But before we get into all that really cool stuff, here's what we're covering this week.
A few announcements, including how to give feedback on this very podcast, City Hall holiday closures, and the new safety measures being installed in our parks.
Plus, we got some tips for pipes and freezing temperatures. Don't want to get caught out in the cold.
Yeah.
How to recycle responsibly this holiday season, and some upcoming events.
Yes, and everybody, a reminder, as always, we have links and more information in the show notes for all of our items. So please check out that wonderful resource. And now our big story of the week. The holidays are coming fast, and you know what that means.
Holiday hours.
Holiday hours.
Okay, yep.
But don't worry, we've got the details for you, Kate.
City offices will close early on December 24th and December 31st, and they'll be closed all day Christmas and New Year's Day. But don't worry, emergency services are still fully operational.
And that means, Paul, police officers never stop working.
It's true.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
Yeah.
Same with our fire folks.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to help make this very podcast even better? Now's your chance to get involved. I think this is such a no-brainer. Come hang out with us. We'll have some fun. We'll talk podcast.
Yeah, exactly. And what we're talking about is a couple focus groups coming up December 16th or 17th. We'd love to hear your feedback about the podcast. Hot take, lukewarm listen, feedback. You can help shape the future of the show. So your opinion really will be heard and might just be the talk of the town. You can also email suggestions to our TWIC mailbag and, of course, info in the show notes.
I don't know how many government podcasts there are in the world.
I'm not sure we've done a thorough...
I got to figure there's
count.
not that many.
Yeah.
And how many of those do like a weekly show?
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know. And how many of those weekly shows do focus groups? To hear from the listeners. I mean, I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, this is an opportunity for you to help shape the future
Of
That's right.
podcasting.
Yeah,
Podcasting.
that's right.
Yeah.
Come and give us some insight about podcasting and for the public good. All right, the last meeting of the Kirkland City Council was on Tuesday, December 10th. Here's what happened. On the business agenda, Council adopted the 2025-2026 budget. That's a big deal. The 2025 to 30 capital improvement plan and the 2025 property tax levy increase.
Yes, it was the big show.
Yeah.
Ton of action. Council also adopted the final K 2044 comprehensive plan and also issued a commendation recognizing the courageous stepping in of community members for extraordinary bravery to help someone who had folks who were drowning. It was amazing.
Moving ceremony.
Yeah, and also Council received an update on the Connections Crisis Clinic up in Totem Lake.
Yeah, good stuff.
Prior to the business agenda, Council held a special meeting where they discussed the comprehensive plan and voted on amendments ahead of approving the final plan during the business
It
agenda.
was a very productive night.
Yeah,
we went
it was.
a long time.
It's true. And of course, council meetings are streamed live on City's YouTube channel, Facebook page, and City's website. You can view all the video there as well.
Yeah, good stuff. Hey, this holiday season is a time for family food and, my friends, potential kitchen disasters.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah,
did you
it's
write
true.
this story for me, guys?
No comment.
Yeah, no comment.
But don't worry, the Kirkland Fire Department has your back with some safety tips.
They do.
Yeah, so key thing, stay in the kitchen while you're cooking. Make sure you keep things clean and free of clutter, things don't catch on fire. Also have a fire extinguisher on hand and know how to use it.
Ooh, the know how to use it bit. That's important.
Yeah,
Indeed.
that's right.
Yeah.
There's that little,
Yeah.
Details.
detail.
And we
Learn
have
how to use
the
it.
latest on the Let's Chat video series for more tips.
No, it's great stuff. Hey, winter's here, in case you were wondering.
Yeah,
Winter
it's
has
here.
arrived.
Yes.
And so is the risk of frozen pipes. Yeah, so let's keep your plumbing in tip-top shape this holiday season.
Yeah, so a couple tips to keep in mind. Let the warm air in. So open your kitchen and bathroom cabinets to allow that heat to circulate around your pipes.
Oh, interesting.
But if you do that, remember to keep chemicals out of reach of children. And then on especially cold nights, consider letting your faucet drip. Just keep that water moving.
Oh, it's interesting. Yeah. I think that might be a life lesson.
Oh.
Let the warm air in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice. I thought you were going to say let the
Okay.
faucit drip. I was like, I don't know. That's a great life lesson, Jim. But
You might have to lead me along on that one. Where are you going?
Yeah.
But letting the warm air in.
Yes.
Come on. Let
Very
the warm air in.
Very
Definitely.
sweet. Yeah, okay.
Hey, your favorite park just got a lot safer with the addition of AEDs. David, can you
that's
remind
right.
us what an AED is?
Yeah, automated external defibrillators, AEDs, are those awesome gadgets that help folks when they are in cardiac arrest. It's a great way to help save lives while first responders are on their way. And we just added more to 6 Kirkland parks.
Oh,
yeah,
bravo.
So now across the system, Marina Park, Peter Kirk Park, and Juanita Beach Park, and there's more coming soon. And of course, the goal is to expand these life-saving tools to more than 18 parks next year.
Wow, that's a
Wow.
lot.
Yeah, we're just getting them across the system. It's
This is a wonderful program.
absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, you've decked the halls. Now, what do you do with all the holiday waste? We've got some eco-friendly tips for you, Kate.
That's right. Well, just consider recycling, donating, and upcycling. So you can recycle your holiday lights, you can donate decorations, you can upcycle cards, wraps, gift bags. We got more tips and info in the show notes for you to consider your holiday, making it eco-friendly.
That's another life lesson.
Oh,
Upcycling
you
your cards.
oh okay, nice.
No, just upcycle it.
Okay, I like
That
it.
sounds like a positive thing to do. Upcycle.
Yeah, it's true.
Upcycle.
All right.
Yeah. So we have as Kate notes, more tips and information in the show notes about upcycling. Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, a couple of upcoming events for you to check out. We always have some fun things to do.
Yeah, we've got a blood drive coming up at City Hall, January 15th and 16th. Help save a life. Also, community bonfires. So some cozy opportunities to be on Kirkland waterfronts and welcome the Argosy Cruises Christmas Ship Festival.
Oh, that sounds like big fun.
Yeah, all the dates and times in the show notes.
Yeah, hang out on the Argosy cruise.
Yeah, or watch them come in
Watch
and
'em come
look
in.
at the lights.
Yeah, look at the lights.
Yeah,
That
and
works
I
too.
think you can even hear the music offshore. It's a pretty cool thing.
It's
Yeah.
very festive.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that brings us to our 5 over 5, everyone. That's 5 questions in what is sure to be over 5 minutes with our special guest, Paul Arnold, our neighborhood resource officer for the City of Kirkland Police Department. Welcome, Paul.
Oh, yeah. Thanks again for having me.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be fun. We're going to talk about coffee with a cop and gun safety.
Yes, we
Yeah,
are.
we're going to talk about those things. But
Nice.
I can't help myself because rumor has it that you were running out there in the Rose Bowl against
Oh.
who are you playing?
That was against Purdue. When,
wow.
little quarterback by the name of, might have heard him, Drew Brees was their quarterback.
Oh, wow.
Legend.
Oh, yeah.
Who won that game?
Well, go Dogs. We came out on top.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Got a nice Rose Bowl ring out of it. Finished third in the nation that year.
Wow.
With some good times.
Wow.
Good time to be a Husky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
amazing.
that's pretty amazing. So, was it a battle?
Yeah, it definitely was a battle. At a game that caliber, you don't
Yeah,
just go in and
Yeah.
walk all over the guys. But
Did you guys know Drew Brees would have that he was a future star of the NFL? Did you feel that coming?
you knew he was good.
Yeah.
You knew he was better than most.
Yeah.
But
You never
we had
really know.
we had a guy we thought was pretty good too by the name of Marcus Tuiasosopo. So
wow, yeah.
we felt like our guy was better.
Nice.
Well, I
love
mean-
that spirit.
The record shows, just saying, you got a ring to
Yeah,
show
that's
for
right.
it.
Oh, absolutely.
All right,
We always talked about him, and he was one of those guys. He got in the huddle and he said, "Hey, we're gonna win this game," and it was like, "Okay, we're gonna win."
Okay.
And,
I flipping
it.
love that.
oh yeah. And if we didn't win, it'd be like, "Well, what happened?" Till we said we were gonna win. Like we didn't understand. So
It must have been something in the translation.
Yeah.
Because he gave us the guidance.
Wow.
Right?
that's right.
Amazing.
Oh, I love those stories. All right, well, I'm going to ask some more about this. But first, you're here. Tell us first about your role with the city. Now, you're a neighborhood resource officer, right? What does neighborhood resource officers do?
Yeah. So we wear a lot of hats within our department.
Yeah.
But I consider us to be the liaison between our police department and our community.
Yeah,
Yeah. We put on a lot of events. We connect with the community. We answer questions. We attend neighborhood meetings. Anything that the community kind of has, they may not necessarily want to call 911 for, but they may need police. That's where we come in.
Yeah, I mean, I love the position that you serve in this government.
Yeah.
I think we have a lot in common because in our role in the city manager's office, and me in particular, I'm a deputy for external affairs. I view us all as part of like the diplomatic wing of the city.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Don't you think?
I might borrow that term from you.
All right, deal.
Because we're all out there, communicating and explaining and making sure people feel comfortable and building relationships, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think we have that in common. I think it's an essential role in government.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would even say include in there facilitating conversations, right? Sometimes you have to be out there chatting it up. Great
Big time.
stuff.
Yeah.
So you are here to talk about Coffee with a Cop and gun safety, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But we like to ask a couple of questions about you personally. How'd you come to Kirkland? I suspect you may have, generally Kirkland, but maybe even the Washington area. How did you find your way here?
Yeah, well, I'm one of the few people that are actually born and raised here in Washington, Seattle area. Yeah, so I grew up playing sports, and after my playing career, I wanted to look for something I can do that still gave me that feeling of playing sports, that camaraderie, the teamwork, kind of everybody coming together for a common goal.
Wow.
So I started actually worked in high schools first.
Oh, nice.
Special ed, working with kids with behavior issues.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of coaching, coached basketball, football, track.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so got to a point my wife was like, okay, we're having fun doing this. This is great. I love your cause, but it's time for you to do something else.
Yeah.
And one of the kids that I coached, he played college, University of Washington State.
Oh, wow.
I know. Sorry, dogs,
Yeah, well, that's,
it happens.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and so once he finished, his family were state troopers. His father was a state trooper, so he went to be a state trooper. And he was a great kid, great coach, so I got him to come coach for me. And I always make fun of him. Oh, man, you're a police officer. What are you doing? And, one day he was like, well, maybe you should try doing something positive other than coaching kids. I'm like, okay, I got you.
He threw down the
He
challenge.
threw it right back at me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right. So he invited me for a ride along. And within 5 minutes of being in his car, I'm like, oh, yeah, I can do this.
Oh, that's great.
And then 30 minutes in, I'm like, I'm definitely going to do this.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, had a great time. And, I didn't take the state trooper route. Kirkland was hiring.
Yeah.
And I remember as a kid, I had a very positive experience with a police officer here in Kirkland. So as soon as I saw Kirkland, I'm like, you know what? I want to work for Kirkland. And then my wife heard the option. She was like, yeah, you're working for Kirkland. So,
that's great.
so here I am.
Oh, my
That's
God.
So what year was this? How long ago did this happen?
This was in 2019.
Also pretty
Yeah, so
recent.
Pretty recent.
Yeah, pretty recent.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was enjoying coaching. I was enjoying working in the schools. And, so I guess this is a later career start. But, 5 years into this, I can't imagine doing anything else.
Wow, that just made our day. That's such a great story. Now, my understanding is there's a lot of cougs running the police department.
Jim, I mean,
There's a lot
do
of
we
cougs.
want to go there?
So,
I mean,
do
okay.
you share that story with the chief and the deputies? A coug kind of gave you some guidance to get into the profession. You got to give credit there.
Yeah, I left that part out that he was a coug. Told the story up until that part, but the interesting part was during my chief's interview, I knew she was a coug, and I was like, I may risk getting my offer taken back from me, but I hit her with a go dogs and threw my dub up at her.
Oh my God, is that true?
That's a true story.
That
And,
is the best.
Well,
I think she appreciated that.
yeah,
yeah.
integrity, transparency.
Stand by your principles.
Right?
So I was nervous the whole time, and she still gave me a job offer, so I appreciate it.
Wow. Well.
And another funny story about that is after we won our last Apple Cup, because at that time we never lost the Apple Cup while I was playing. Want to throw that out there.
Did you really? Every year?
Yep.
Oh yeah, won them all 4 years. And
Wow.
they did an interview, and they played this interview for a lot of years after, where it was like, hey, we beat the Cougs. I never lost to them, and when it's time for me to go out in the working world, they'll work for us. And flash forward, now my boss is actually a Coug. So
Wow.
You're like, oh gosh. Okay.
yeah, that backfired, huh?
That one didn't work out so well.
Yeah. Well,
Can I tell you though, Paul? I think your insight, it really rings true about the camaraderie and the sense of family and the bonds that happen in police and fire. Obviously it's shaped by you putting your lives on the line every day, right? And you literally do.
Absolutely.
And there's this, sense of family and interdependence that our agencies have that sounds very much like it would be part of your athletic experience as well.
Yeah, definitely. You know, as we talk about running backs, you're only as good as your line. Quarterbacks, you're only as good as your wide receiver.
Yeah.
So everybody has to come together to make this thing work.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with, when it comes to policing. I can go to a call by myself, but I know that other officers are on their way to join me.
Yeah.
Right.
If I need help, I can ask them, but most of the time they already know to come help me. And I don't have to ask because we're on the same page. We got each other's back.
Yeah.
Their success is my success, and we all play a role in us making it home safe to our families every day.
Well, well stated. Really well stated. Wow. Okay, so you're local. You were recruited here. You stayed here. Nearly won a national championship. I mean, 3 is pretty close.
We came pretty close.
Pretty close to winning a national championship.
Oof. Wow.
What is one of your favorite things about the city?
Yeah, so many good things. The people here are really nice.
Yeah.
There's great restaurants here in Kirkland.
Yeah.
But I would have to say I am a water person, so the access to the water here is great.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. You can get whatever your mood is, you can find a beach here that suits that mood.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, if you want to go hang out with young folks, play volleyball, you go down to Houghton.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to do the family, there's a great park over at Juanita Beach.
Yeah.
If, you know, I go to Waverly Beach in the mornings, I see people fishing off the dock. So
Wow.
whatever you're looking for water-wise, you can pretty much find that here.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
So true. And it really is major kudos to previous leadership of the city that our councils did so much to preserve the waterfront so that we can enjoy
That's right.
it as
Yeah,
a
that's
community.
right. Absolutely.
And every day we reap the benefits of those decisions.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
We might have to steal that, Paul, for our
that's
tourism
right.
market.
I know.
It's all about bars, right?
recruitment for the police department.
Well, that too, right? Yeah.
The chief does remind us that you guys are recruiting all the time. So.
That's right.
The
Absolutely.
ABCs always be not a C there, recruiting. ABRs.
Always be
ABRs.
recruiting.
There it is. I like. Good job. Nice, Kate. Way to say that one.
Well, I have a feeling we'll be using our podcast for that. Okay, so we're here to talk about football. No, we're here to talk about
Let's go.
Coffee with a Cop first,
Yeah.
and then gun safety. Tell us about the Coffee with a Cop program.
Oh, yeah. So this is one of the roles within my neighborhood resource officer role. And just one thing about me is when I got into policing, I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do. And I didn't know that neighborhood resource officer, that was a position that was already created.
Oh, wow.
And I've always been a people person. I love interacting with the community,
Yeah.
working in schools. You know, that's what you're always doing.
Yeah.
So just working in this role has given me that opportunity. And we get to put on events like Coffee with a Cop.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's going to be coming up. And it's simply that. You come in, have some coffee, talk to a cop. It isn't anything structured. Some people come to us and they have questions about policing. They may have a question that, I don't know if this is a police matter. I don't want to call 911, but I still need this question answered.
Yeah, sure.
So we get those type of questions all the time.
That's great.
Sometimes people just come in, hey, I wanted to hang out and talk and say hello, and it goes wherever the conversation. We actually did one at a senior living facility the other day.
Oh, nice.
And we spend the whole time talking about the wildlife in Kirkland.
Oh, nice.
You know, the
Yeah,
owls, and
interesting.
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a couple cranes that visit and some swans. And, you know, so it's, like I say, there's no agenda. It just come say hello. And also with our Coffee with the Cop, you don't have to buy a copy to come and hang out.
You do not.
Nice.
You do not know.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh,
That's nice, yeah.
yeah. We're going to be at the Art of Coffee. They do have great coffee. So I hear, because I don't actually drink coffee, but
Oh, okay. All right.
yeah, a lot of our officers go there. So you can come get a great cup of coffee, come
Nice.
hang out with some officers, have a good time.
Awesome.
Nice. And when is that?
Yeah.
This will be coming up this Thursday.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Yep. And it's from 9 to 11.
Nice. Okay.
So just for everybody to know then, you don't need to bring a specific agenda. Just
Nope.
come, chat about whatever you want to chat. Don't even need to
Yeah. Get to know.
have
our-
coffee.
Yeah. Love it.
I love it. So it's just kind of open-ended. And what I really, really love about that is it seems like the emphasis is just on the relationship, right?
Yeah,
It's just
absolutely.
build a relationship with your police department.
Yeah. You know, so many times, you know, people don't know how to approach officers, or
Yeah.
they just never had interactions with them. So this is a safe environment where you can just come interact with an officer.
Yeah.
I know as I'm driving, I see people, I see kids and stuff. A lot of times I like to get out and say hello, because sometimes, you know, you've never had that interaction. So just to have that interaction and have that opportunity.
That's wonderful. And
yeah.
it breaks down that barrier. Now, you said something interesting in there that when you came to the police department, you had a vision of what you wanted to do, and then not knowing that the neighborhood resource officer position existed. Sounds like this was your vision, right? The neighborhood resource direction.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because like I said, I've always been a people person.
Yeah.
I've always coached. I'm always working with people.
Yeah.
I'm the guy in the grocery store where I'm shopping. All of a sudden, I'm walking next to somebody. We're having a conversation. Yeah,
Oh, that was you.
yeah, I'm the reason why your shopping trip took 30 minutes instead of 10. Yeah, so just being able to interact. Yeah, and as a patrol officer, a lot of times, and our kind of idea at the Kirkland Police Department is you can be the officer you want to be. I had very supportive supervisors, so a lot of times that's what I'd be doing.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I'm still, doing my job, but I'm the guy that's going to pull up and talk to you and say hello and have a conversation. So being able to do that, and I truly believe in our mission. I truly believe in the Kirkland Police Department. So being able to talk about that with the public, it's like, wow, this is actual job. Like I get to do this for my job. Like sign me up. So I was so excited about that. Even pre-academy, before I was an officer, I helped out with the neighborhood resource officer program. Oh, wow. They were kind enough to let me do that. And so yeah, now here I am.
I mean,
I love that.
It's wonderful, Paul, and it's a little bit of a metaphor for government in general. I think taking the principles that you just chatted about and applying it across everything we do as a government, I think reaching out to folks and connecting with them and building relationships as the entity that serves as the leaders of our community and government is mission critical. It's mission critical for all of us. So
Big time.
thank you for that, and we couldn't agree more. Great stuff. Okay, so you have another program. This is the gun safety class. What's happening with that?
Oh, yes, it is. This is something I'm really excited about. I'm a member of our firearms training unit.
Yeah.
So we train our department on making sure we're up to date on just the different training, proficient using our different weapons and things. So I got brought into this where we go ahead and we offer some of those services to the public. Now,
wow.
I just want to be honest with you. We're not taking out the range and shooting or anything like that.
But right.
Good to know.
Yeah, but it's just talking about gun safety. So how to safely secure your firearms. We talk about some of the laws in our state. We give you ideas of where you can go to find some of these answers for yourself. And just hopefully you walk in there and you definitely will with a better understanding of firearms walking in than you walking out than you did when you walked in.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so so it's a great program, and then at the end we give everybody a gun safe.
Oh, nice.
The portable one, and we also give them a gun lock because storing your firearms properly are very important.
Wait a minute now. For participating in the program, you get a gun safe and a gun lock?
Correct. Now it's not one of those big old safes we can store rifles.
Like you walk in or whatever. Yeah.
Exactly, but it's like I say, it's a safe, it's personal, it's something that can keep your firearm safe if you choose to have one.
Wow. So when is this? When is this program?
Yep. So this will be coming up on Wednesday next week. It'll be from about 5 to 7 o'clock. So definitely sign up for it. We have some spots available, and we do this about once a quarter. We try to anyway.
Yeah.
And like I say, I think it's an important service for our community.
It is absolutely an important service. It's taking stewardship over something that really is a very high priority public safety issue, right?
Absolutely.
Taking care of your guns.
Really kind of a clear investment of the community, really, who approved Police Prop 1 back in 2018. And this is one of the programs that's funded by that. So really such a great program. Thank you, Paul.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's super helpful. We've got Coffee with a Cop. By the way, if you don't drink coffee, what are you drinking during Coffee with a Cop?
I'm usually drinking a chai tea latte.
I was going to say, are you a chai guy? Because, man, I could go for some chai.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely a chai guy. I drink some green tea if I'm not doing that.
All right, nice.
So I definitely have something warm in my cup as well.
Yeah. So we have Coffee with a Cop coming up. And
Or
we
chai
have
with a cop.
Chai with a Cop. Cop.
It doesn't quite like,
Chai with a Cop does have a little bit of a ring to it.
Yeah, we'll workshop it.
And we have a gun safety class where you get a lock and a safe, and that's coming up next week. And we'll have all that information in the show notes. So, Paul, we created a very special quiz for you.
Yep.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
We're going to call it Behind the Badge.
Oh, all right.
That's your own segment on the show now.
Okay, all right.
That's
I like
our
it.
way. We're recruiting for you to come back often.
Yes.
Well, when you name a segment for me, it's kind of hard to say no.
There you go.
Okay, we ready? Okay, Paul, would you rather give a motivational speech to a group of kids as a police officer or as a star college football player? Because you have that option.
Yeah. You.
Wow, that's a good question. Well, right now I love my job and I love my role. I can relate to being an officer a little bit more now than I can being an athlete. It feels like a long time ago. So I would 100% choose to give a motivational speech to children as an officer.
Nice.
Okay. Ding, ding, ding.
And if I'm there, I'll handle the public relations part of the college football part.
Well, see, and the hard thing is now, I played long time ago. So the kids now, it's like they want to YouTube your highlights. And I'm like, you can't YouTube me. You have to Google me, And
They're like, what's Google?
yeah, right. It's like, you mean I have to actually look it up and read? So,
Oh my goodness.
All our listeners will be doing that. By the way.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. I'll name a shoe. You tell me if it's a legendary kick or if it deserves a ticket for being overhyped.
okay.
All right? Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG.
Oh, that is 100% legendary.
Okay.
Yeezy Boost 350.
You know what? The impact that shoe made when it came out,
Okay.
I got to call it legendary.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow, I don't know what that one is.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna
a
Google these.
nuanced answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
The Reebok Shacknosis. Great name.
Right?
Do you know what that one is?
I do know what that one is as well. I'm more of a Nike guy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, so I'll put that out there. However, I'm going to call it legendary, and it's more because of Shaq.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
the cool thing about Shaq was he tells a story about, he got yelled at by a parent saying, you're making all these millions of dollars and you're charging my kid $100 for shoes. My kid can't afford these. He took that to heart. He made his own shoe, and then he sold it at Walmart for a reasonable price that everyone could afford.
Wow. What a
Yeah.
great story.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so anything Shaq does, he gets to legendary for me.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
Bravo.
Very
fair.
nice.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, that's a great story, and it makes perfect sense. Shaq is quite an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
he's-
is.
he owns hundreds of businesses.
That's right.
Wow, I
it's
didn't realize.
super interesting. Well, I have to say,
Okay.
can't argue with those answers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, you're at coffee with a cop, and someone orders. You with me now?
Okay.
Someone orders a double ristretto macchiato upside down.
Naturally.
That was my order last
Yeah.
week. No, I have no idea.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
What's your reaction? Smile and nod, secretly Google what it is, or ask for a sip?
Good.
I'm going to say that again. A double ristretto macchiato upside down.
Okay. I'm going to go with a different answer.
Oh,
if that's
okay.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
D
No.
other. Yes.
The other, I'm going to ask them would they like a grande. I'm going to look at my partner, and then they'll make it for me. Because
That's another W-I-N
Yes.
of an answer.
the only word I recognize in that conversation, I've heard the word macchiato before.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's about it.
That's about it for me too, Paul.
Don't know what a macchiato is, but I've heard it before.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, upside down? That sounds like it'd make a mess. I don't know. Maybe I'm. Yeah.
We have to do a little research on that because I am intrigued by the upside down.
All right. We'll include the like a recipe or something. Or,
Hey, you know what? If you come to Coffee with a Cop,
oh, there you go.
we will give you that answer.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, there you
yes.
Now, we're going to have to hold you to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah.
I didn't say I would. I said we will. Once again, we're a team. We're a team.
Teamwork. It's all about teamwork, right? Okay, so not to put you on the spot, but we can't help ourselves here at This Week in Kirkland. Do you have any predictions for the NFL season? Like, how are the Seahawks going to do, and who's going to win?
Okay. So, with brackets and all these things, I'm usually terrible at them because I'm a home guy.
Yeah.
So, Huskies are always going to win the national championship.
Yes.
Seahawks are winning the Super Bowl. Mariners are winning the World Series. So, I'm always going to pull for them.
Okay.
I am an old school Detroit Lions fan.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wore number 20 because Barry Sanders was my
Sanders.
favorite running back.
Oh,
Oh,
heck
wow.
yeah.
They're good.
And they are really good.
They're really
They've
good.
had 2 good years in a row now. Most Detroit fans, we aren't used to that, right? So
Okay.
that's going to be my dark horse prediction.
Okay.
Lions.
Okay.
I'm going with the Lions.
Yeah.
Sentimental value.
I
There
agree
you
with that.
go.
I like the
Well,
Lions too.
good answered. Wow,
Yeah,
that was
great
very
stuff.
thoughtful. I love it.
All right, we have one last question for you.
Paul, what are you watching, listening to, reading? What sort of media you interacting with these days?
Gotcha. So when we talk about, got to go with TV right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm I watch a lot of TV. It's usually a lot of background, but the show that I'm watching, that I just finished watching right now, is The Rookie.
Rookie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that a police show?
with
Yep.
what's his name? Nathan Fillion.
There we go. Yeah.
Nice.
And so that TV show, I became a cop when I was 39. And that was around the time that show was kind of coming out. So my dad would kind of mess with me like, "Oh, what are you the rookie?" You know, like. But never watched it up until earlier this year is kind of when I started it, and I binge watched it. It was a great show.
Nice.
Yeah, so of course, the cop watching cop shows.
Yeah, because that show is about someone coming into the police profession kind of later in their life.
Yep, he was 40 years old when he started.
Okay,
He was
so he's like right there.
Very
Exactly.
relatable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right around my age. So that's when my dad used to kind of crack me. I'm like, I'm not watching that show, man. And I watched him like, okay, it was a good show.
All right.
That's great stuff.
Love
We love our popular culture here on This Week in Kirkland.
Absolutely.
All right, The Rookie. We have to check that out.
Yeah.
Paul Arnold, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Yes.
This was a lot of fun.
I had a great time. I appreciate you all having me.
Yeah, we're ready to go another hour here.
Yeah.
Into
Part
overtime.
two, yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about your. So for the next show, we'll start off with your experience being drafted by the Indianapolis Colts. That's going to be a what do you call it? Teaser.
Nice.
A little teaser. All right, then we'll save that for the next show.
Well, don't forget to sign up for one of our focus groups.
Oh, yeah. Please sign up for the focus groups. And that does it, everybody, for this week. You've been listening to This Week in Kirkland. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Special thanks to Nate Gettleman and Angela Brown for their behind-the-scenes magic.
Thank you.
Our next episode is December 19th. Until then, stay
Stay connected,
connected, Kirkland.